Howdy all, it's me, your snackhead cowboy here. Back today with something a little bit different. I'm going to be sitting back relaxing, got myself a nice crombacker here. I'm going to rank some UK crisps. Hopefully it's coming up on the screen now, you can see that. Yeah, it's something a little chill. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully it works. And yeah, I'm just going to rank some crisps. So, as you can see, I've got God tier, that's the top, A, B, C, D, and at the bottom, trash. The worst of the worst. Now, I've got as many as I could here, without it getting too convoluted, but there's some key players probably missing. But leave a comment down below if I've missed off your favourites or your least favourites and let me know. Right off the bat, I've not put Twiglets on there. Twiglets and mini cheddars. Are they crisps? I don't know. But Twiglets would be trash anyway. So yeah, let's get started. Pom Bears. Now, I want to put them at the top somewhere. They go great in a lunchbox or packed lunch. But are they God tier? I do like how kind of like salty and greasy they are. They're a greasy crisp. Let's put them in B for now. This could change as we go through. Now, what next? Let's do the classics. This is like a benchmark crisp. Your Walkers. Now to me it's the holy trinity. It's cheese and onion ready salted in salt and vinegar. They're the three top dogs. But they're nothing too special. They're a meal deal crisp, aren't they? Not the ultimate meal deal crisp, but they're something you would probably just grab if others aren't available. So I'm going to put cheese and onion in C. Ready salted can go with C. And salt and vinegar can also go C. Now, ready salted, probably the king. It's a bit of a bold statement here. The king of a crisp sandwich. If you're having a crisp sandwich, then ready salted for me is the go-to, I reckon. Cheap white bread with some butter and some packet of Walkers ready salted. You don't want to convolute you don't want to make your crisp sandwich too complicated, you know what I mean? So, what's next? Quavers. I don't want to put them in trash. I know this will bit of controversy probably, but I'm going to put them in D. Just when am I ever in the mood for a quaver? And recently they're trying to build themselves as like a healthy crisp. I've noticed they put like the calories on the front of the packet. They're a bit muffiny. They're kind of unique, but they're a bit muffiny. Don't get me wrong, I won't turn one down, but yeah, quavers. And on a similar kind of note, skips. These two here are kind of the same crisps to me. I always get them confused for some reason. I know skips are prawn cocktail, but again, there's something about like I don't know, they're a bit muffiny. The texture is a bit like, both of them are unique in the sense of the crispness, like the actual crisp, different texture and stuff, but I don't know, they're D. What next? Smokey Bacon. Smoky Bacon Walkers. Trash. Smoky Bacon is just a rubbish flavour of crisps. It's that artificial bacony smoky taste. It ruins crisps. Not a fan of them. And speaking of bacon, Frazzles. Now, I once, as a youth, ate one of those big party bags of Co-op's own kind of Frazzles, and I threw up in the car park, the Co-op car park, because I ate all of them in the car park as a youth, and then I threw them all up. And since then, they kind of put me off. But just a small pack of Frazzles can do the trick sometimes, especially on a beer. There's something about Frazzles that soak it up, and I like the kind of. I know this is controversy to the Smokey Bacon kind of thing that I've just said, that I went on a massive rant on, but I understand that. But I think like the texture and the mouthfeel makes up for that. They're kind of fizzy, aren't they? They're kind of like a melty in your mouth kind of thing. So I think in the right mood, they're alright. And I'm going to put them in C. What's It's? B. No, I'm moving them up. A. What's It's are A. What's It's are definitely A tier. They have gotten a lot smaller and thinner. And I know that's a classic thing. Oh, my day they were bigger, but trust me, if you've not had What's It's in a long time, go get a packet of What's It's. They're like that. They're a joke. They're so thin. And on that note, What's It's Giants. Fairly near these. They're massive What's It's. And they're not like they're bigger than they used to be. Obviously, it's like a gimmick. But these are flaming hot ones, and I'm putting them in God tier because they are that good. They're so Moorish, and they come in those massive bags. They're amazing. So what's next? Here's another trash one for you. Hula Hoops Puffed. Have you had these? Fairly new. Might have come out last year, or maybe they're new to this year. But they're hula hoops, but like puffed up. They're like a weird puffy, like soft puffy thing. And these ones are cheese flavour, and it's disgusting chemical fake cheese. Rank, trash. Chili Sensations. We're getting to the big dogs now. This is a big crisp. Yeah, I mean, who eats these in the small bags? Nobody. You get them in the big ones, don't you? And you only buy them when they're on offer for £1. They've got to go up the top somewhere, haven't they? These are a kind of staple. When these came on the scene, blew everyone away, and now they're fully cemented in like crisp law. Let's put them in A. Probably some more hate now. So if you've got a weak heart or you're easily triggered, this is going to piss you off probably. Doritos, cool, original, whatever you call them, trash. Cheese, trash. Heatwave, trash. I hate Doritos. I hate them. They're just cardboard. They're just bits of cardboard. Nachos, aren't they? But like, especially the blue ones, who just eats them by themselves out of a bag like that? If you're having like Doritos, you want to chuck loads of cheese and salsa on them until you can't just have the crisp anymore. And the fact that these come with like dips is just, that's just cements the fact that they're just trash crisps and you need to dip them in something. So Doritos are trash. Doritos are absolute trash. Walker's roast chicken, not as good as the other ones. And if you buy a multi-pack and they come with chicken, they're always the last to go, aren't they? So they're going in D. Baked. Walker's baked. Why do people stand on baked crisps? It's supposed to be healthy, but I'm sure they're not. And they do leave you with a bit of wanting more, don't they? There's just not much there. But saying that, I have enjoyed them in the past, let's put them in D. Potatoes Irish crisps. Not sure. I don't know, these seen in Morrison's in like kind of like the world food section near the Polish bit and stuff like that. There's an Irish pub near me in Chorlton. These go great with pints, basically. So I'm going to stick them in A. The mascot's a legend. If you've never seen the mascot potatoes, look it up. It's one of Ireland's like one theme park or something like that, and it's Tato Land. And the bloke walks around in a massive potato suit and gives free crisps, so it's got to go A tier just for that. Bugles. I'm going to pair these bugles up with wheat crunchies. These two, trash, absolute trash. The texture on the wheat crunchies is gross, and they're also smoky bacon flavour, so that's an instant no. Yeah, these two are the same kind of crisp to me. Bugles are like cereal. They don't, no thanks. Walker's prawn cocktail. Now they're going A. Something about a prawn cocktail, Walker's crisp, that like packs the flavour still to this day. You know you're eating a prawn cocktail, Walker's crisp. They've got the flavour, they've got the dust on them. Something unique about them. Whereas the prawn cocktail discos are terrible. Worked my way through a multi-pack not too long ago. Cheese and onion, A's, salt and vinegar A's. Again, a unique crisp in what it is. The little round shape, the snap, the bite to them, lots of flavouring on them. So if I'm talking prawn cocktail, they'd be trash, but the cheese, onion, salt, vinegar, they belong in A, definitely. What's next? What have we got next? Onion rings. Now I've got a picture of Happy Shopper onion rings here because I don't think any proper brand, apart from maybe Golden Wonders, do onion rings. I'm talking about the onion rings that Co-op's own kind of onion rings, Morrison's own. The ones that you say are at the bottom of the shelf for £1. These are good, aren't they? They make you feel horrible after you've eaten them. You get all the stuff on your fingers, you feel disgusting, you feel sick. But they are good. They are good. What I put them in B? Let's put them in C. Salt and shake. Now I'd be interested to know if other countries, other parts of the world have like a variant of salt and shake. If you don't know what salt and shake is, it's a bag of crisps in the style of like Walker's, but with nothing on them. It's just the potato, like a thin crisp. And then the gimmick is it comes with a little tiny packet, a little blue packet of salt, and you pour the salt in and you shake them up. I mean, I don't understand. It's just a gimmick. Like, why would they make them? But I think they've been around for a long time. Yeah, they're a weird one. I don't think you ever go out of your way to buy a packet of salt and shake. Like, when was the last time I had one? I don't know. But I know that I've eaten a lot of them before. This is a tricky one. Let's put them in D. Salt and vinegar twirls. These on the same vibe of the onion rings. You don't really see them that much unless they're on the bottom shelf. And they're a bit like styrofoam, so they're going in D. Tangy Toms. Do you remember Tangy Toms? Old school these. These are very old school. Tomato flavour crisps. D. Right. Let's try and pick a god tier here. Here's a god tier for you. Max Paprika. They're a good crisp. They're a standout crisp, aren't they? Max Paprika. Another kind of meal deal crisp. But yeah, they're good. I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. If there's anyone out there that doesn't like the Max Paprika, the crinkle cut, then I'd like to hear from you. Squares. I'm going to put Squares in B tier. Again, they've got the Holy Trinity, the salt and vinegar, the cheese and onion, the ready salted. They've got that on lockdown. Squares are good. Good snap to them. Good texture. I think they belong in B. Knick Knacks, rib and saucy. I'll eat them. But again, it's that kind of rib. It's that kind of fake meat is what I think I have a problem with. So they can go, trash. If I had an E tier, I think maybe I should have done E, because some of these in trash, I would have put the Knick Knacks in E maybe, but they're in trash. What can we do next? Twirls, cheese, mature cheddar, whatever they call them. Twirls are a bit of a Tory crisp, I know that. But it's something you buy when they're on offer for £1, right? So let's, these are good. I do like these. I'm going to put them in A. Along with the champagne ones. They can go in B, actually. The champagne ones cut your mouth open. If you eat too many of them at once, the vinegar in it just like seeps into your bloodstream and really causes you problems. But they are delicious. And I'm also going to put the Twirls vegetable crisp in B. I know, massive Tory, but the purple ones, the beetroot ones, they're amazing. And I could eat them all day, and they are quite well flavoured. So they're going B. Space Raiders. We love Space Raiders, don't we, guys? Once my birthday, I got a massive box of Space Raiders from Macro. Macro is kind of like Costco. And yeah, there was too many of them for me to get through, and they got to that point where they were like little bits of styrofoam. But still ate them. Space Raiders definitely belong in A, if not God. If they came in a bigger bag, maybe. I'll put them in A. Barbecue rib, Walker's barbecue rib, trash, terrible. Here we go, McCoy's steak. I'm putting them in God tier. To me, I know I've talked about meal deals a lot, but for me, every time, they're enough. I'm going McCoy's because they go good. Maybe not in just a straight up crisp sandwich, but if you ever get a meal deal, slot a few of these in your ready-made meal deal sandwich, and it just takes them to the next level. It adds the crunch, it adds the flavour. So for me, what I call like flame grilled or whatever, they're God tier. Knick Knack Scampi. I think they belong in C. I love scampi fries in a pub, but if I'm getting a multi-pack of Knick Knacks, scampi fries aren't the scampi flavour, scampi and lemon, they're not my first go-to, and they can kind of stink. They are pretty smelly, but I think they're happy in C there. Whereas these ones, is it nice and spicy? Is that name? You just know them as orange, don't you? They're A tier all day. They're amazing. The only other thing like them I can think of is, I think in America the Cheetos are the kind of same, aren't they? Little squiggly bits of crisps. But yeah, lots of flavour. They're a staple, they're A. Beef hula hoops. Something that you get out of vending machines, really, aren't they? Hospital vending machines always have hula hoops. Train stations have hula hoops, beef hula hoops. I love a hula hoop. I'm sticking them in A. And to me, the beef ones are the king of the hula hoops. Flaming hot Monster Munch, no question about it, God tier. But recently, I have discovered Monster Munch, God tier crisp, but terrible in a sandwich. I had a ham sandwich yesterday with a crescent of Monster Munch on them. You try and slot a Monster Munch into your sandwich, squish it down, the sandwich falls apart, it can't handle it. The structure of the sandwich is just too fragile for the girth of a Monster Munch. So you can't do it unless you're nipping off the fingers and layering them in your sandwich. That's just too much effort. But they go as a good side. So I think they still belong in God tier. So let's just get it over with. Pickled onion, roast beef, I'm putting them all up there because to me they're on the same level. Depends what mood you're in, but they're all still God tier. We'll call it salt and vinegar. They're good salt and vinegar. Do I think they belong up here with these guys? Nah. Kettle chips. I'm throwing it out there, I think Twirls are better than Kettle. Kettle have been top dog for too long, and I think Twirls are taken over in my book. But they're a solid B. The salted ones I'll probably knock down to C. They're a bit average at the moment. So I'm going to get chopsticks. Chopsticks? I meant chipsticks. Sorry guys, chipsticks. These are some old school crisps then. That's, you know, primary school days then. Hard to kind of like compare to any other crisps really, aren't they? They kind of stand alone. They've got the same kind of frazzle thing where they melt in your mouth. And they do have that kind of sharp, vinegary taste. I think C is a good place for them. Snaps. Remember Snaps? I'm pretty sure you can still buy these. But they must come in like, you know, garages or like corner shops kind of things. But I remember hating these as a kid, really, really hating them. Wanting to love them because they have a crocodile with like a cool jacket on. It's a good mascot. But they just taste horrible, and I can't put my finger on what even is the flavour of Snaps. But I just remember the texture and just the flavour just tasting kind of, not, I don't want to say cheap, but just off. Like an off flavour. So they're trash. Cheetos Twisted. I'm tempted to put these in God tier, but they've not been around for long enough. This is another kind of flaming hot crisp. But there's something just about the texture again. It's not quite. It's kind of like a thick What's-It, like a really thick, compact What's-It in a spiral. Like a flaming, like they're like these giant What's-Its over here, but curly. So I'm gonna put them in God tier, solid. I think this is the last one, guys. I mean, we're coming up to 20 minutes now. So if you've watched this, God bless you. I thought it's just something to kill the time, really. I hope you've enjoyed it. To be honest, Transformer snack. These are OG, aren't they? These are like. I'm glad we've ended on this because this is kind of like a classic crisp, a legendary crisp. I've got the spicy ones here, but the other flavours are all good. And yeah, you can build little robots out of them. Like they transform into robots and cars. Don't know if you're watching this and you're not from the UK, do you have these Transformer snacks? Like they're little shapes, so you got wheels, a car, and then you slap the little wheels on the car. And they're sick, and they taste good. So, hey, I don't want to be too generous with a God tier, so let's put them in A. Let's go over it. See if I've changed my mind about anything. The trash tier I'm happy with, absolutely. They all belong in trash. I'm going to get a lot of jib. People are going to be having a go at me for the Doritos, but in my opinion, that's where they belong. Tiny Toms, I've been quite generous there, but you know, they're alright. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And I think I missed a few out here. Pringles. Didn't do Pringles, but Pringles are good. They'd be A. Some of them will be A, some of them will be B. But yeah, anyway. You can look this up on the website's called Tier Maker, and I think if you search Snackhead Crisps, UK Crisps, it should come up and you'll be able to rearrange them in your own order. If you do that, save it, download it, send it to me. I'd love to know what your tier list is, how it compares to mine. But yeah, interesting. Probably going to do a few more of these, probably do like fast food chains maybe, chocolate bars, something like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched it all the way through as well, leave a comment, let me know that you watched it, let me know that you enjoyed it, let me know that you hated it, anything. Yeah, so nice one guys. I've been your Snackhead Cowboy, and as always, thanks for watching.